And the fate of a few frozen people is nothing to him. I mean, you're quite lucky actually that he doesn't start hacking bits off of them and frying them up. Greetings and welcome back to The Long Dark. That's right, we have returned. We are gluttons for punishment. It didn't go well last time when we tried this out, and we died, and died at least one more time. But we were playing on the highest difficulty setting, so we're going to try again. This time we're going to play on a lower difficulty setting. We're going to play on Voyager, and we're going to see how long we can survive, or until we get to a point where we think we have, created a stable situation, a stable living situation. We're able to provide for the needs of our survivor and generally get by. At which point we'll probably stop the series. I'd like this to be a mini-series slot in which we slot in different games for sort of short runs. That's the plan anyway. Let's see what happens when we actually get down and dirty. And we're going to dive into Mystery Lake, which looks beautiful there, doesn't it? Doesn't it look a wonderful coastal highway? Pleasant Valley. Wow, Pleasant Valley sounds very pleasant, but whether it actually is or not, I don't know. Look, I've had the wonderful good fortune to spawn into a world shrouded utterly in a kind of freezing fog by the looks of it. Should we try going up on the basis that if we're going up we might get above the fog? Is that sensible? That's probably not very sensible at all. Oh, should we have a look down there? What's the matter with you? We've just had a little trot up a hill. If you're getting tired already, we're going to be in serious problems. What's he? Was it really necessary to make so much fuss coming down there? I hope not. I hope he's not going to make a habit of that, our survivor. As you can see, we're not doing this from the survivor's perspective this time around. I do like doing that. I did it in Stranded Deep, and I thought about doing it in this, but I wasn't sure. As it's only going to be a quick mini-series, and I wasn't sure if there would be enough going on in this game to kind of like to role-play around. So this time, look, we're on a road. We are on a road. I mean, we're kind of going to dip in and out of the roleplay at the end of the day because that's just the way that I do things. Look, it's a road. That's awesome. We'll go this way because the road seems to be heading in this direction. Look at that big overhang. Craziness. Having played this a couple of times and played it a little bit on my own just to practice, it seems like it might be hard to fill the time with proper roleplay. Like in Stranded Deep, it's not too bad because the actual survival component of it is relatively minimal. So you can spend a lot of time talking to, Wilson or sharks or whatever, whatever sort of strikes you as interesting at the time. Whereas this game is even in Voyager mode, it's pretty harsh. And you spend a lot of time really struggling for survival. And I don't necessarily want to be in character, being all, look at that, something in the mists up ahead. Reacting to the situation, in a semi-realistic manner because I think it could be hard going. I'm open to change. Oh look, we got some huts here. We've got some huts. It's the logging camp. Awesome, fantastic. I'm up to sort of like change that and try it if people are particularly keen. If that's sort of one of the main reasons why you come to my channel and watch these sorts of games, then do let me know because I'm happy to give it a try. And like I say, I will probably dip in and out as we go. It won't be very consistent. Energy bar, excellent. That's what we want. We want some of that. How are we doing on our stats, by the way? We got hunger's rising, cold not bad, fatigue, thirst. Actually doing quite well. We're doing quite well. Having found habitation. Oh look, it's just a floating thing.
That'll come in handy.
That will come in handy. Newsprint. That's good for kindling. This is actually we've done. This has been probably the luckiest start I have made so far in this game. A heavy wool sweater. Oh, that is awesome. We're taking that straight away. We're putting that on. As I said, what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to play this in sessions. They're going to be edited a little bit to take out kind of boring bits as we go along, as I see them. If there's kind of like large periods of time where I'm just wandering around in the wilderness, I'll probably edit them out, but I'm going to do them one session at a time, and I'm going to look for sort of feedback and things, and for suggestions as to what people think I should do next. Some more newsprint, that's awesome. If there's places people want to see me go, or things people want to see me do. Herbal tea! A package of fragrant tea. The label promises restorative benefits and more peaceful rest. Wow. we're taking the herbal tea. I mean, it's not as good as regular black tea, but it's still, at the end of the day, it's still tea. And I can't make it because I guess there's no cooker in here. But when I can, that's going to be amazing. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. I think, have we explored everything in here? I don't think I've missed anything. Drawer. There's only one chest of drawers there. It's no good. Right, we're gonna press on and explore the rest of this logging camp in that case. The fog is still around, which isn't ideal, but you know, it's fine. Gas bottle here, but don't seem to be able to interact with it. It's probably empty, to be fair. Alright. Oh! Oh no, that's just nasty. There's a corpse frozen in bed. I guess this isn't sufficiently good shelter to keep you alive. So unless he was killed by the storm somehow, the geomagnetic storm that I somehow know took place, or maybe I don't. I mean, obviously the plane just crashed, so I probably don't. Let's search him. I mean, I'd probably be utterly. This is kind of what I mean about the roleplay. I'd probably be utterly freaked out, or the character would be utterly freaked out by that, and you know, realistically, probably wouldn't jump in and search him straight away. But
what have we here?
What have we here? But we're not quite. Ah, ski jacket. Ski jacket! That is what I want. A down-filled ski jacket designed to keep the core warm, but minimal wind blocking capability. Well, you know what? It doesn't matter because I don't have any kind of jacket at all. So a ski jacket. Wear it. Oh, look at that! Already, we are well sorted. We are well set up. Metal container. Let's have a look in
nobody
here.
Needs this anymore.
Candy bar. More matches. Some good stuff. Some good stuff. This place has been a gold mine, an absolute gold mine. I'd like to take that mug because I could make my tea in it at some point, but it's untouchable. It is an untouchable mug. Plastic container. Oh, nothing. Another mug that I can't touch. I think that's it. I think we explored this entire place again. I reckon we have. Okay, right. There's one more cabin. So yeah, it's going to be almost kind of like a cooperative, like a kind of an interactive let's play, shall we say? Nothing. You know, we're kind of trying to end episodes with a question, like, you know, shall I go in this direction or that direction? Shall I make this my home camp? You know, all those sorts of things. Yeah, peach is lovely, lovely jubbly. And then sort of like, you know, we'll see what people want me to do, and we'll go off and we'll do that. Like I said, I'm not expecting this to run for ages and ages. In fact, I think ideally these sorts of series probably no more than about 6 episodes, probably 1 to 2 episodes a week, depending on how other things go. You know, what else we're trying to fit in and stuff, which means, you know, like 3 to 6 weeks. And I'll probably record sort of like 20 to 25 minutes worth of footage and edit it down to about 15 minutes. Again, that's kind of my plan. Rose hips, the fruit of a wild rose bush. Oh, fine. Is it poisonous? I don't know. There you go. That's the first question of the week. Can I eat rose hips or not? Oh, look, there's another corpse here. Well, never mind. We'll just dive in and search the poor frozen fellow.
That'll come in
Frozen
handy.
Freddie, the frozen fellow. Lantern fuel. Oh, that's good. All right, that's fine. We can actually. We've got a wood stove here. Cedar wood. Fire log. How we doing? Hunger, thirst. Let's make a fire here. What's our chance? 75% chance of success. That's pretty good. Let's just start a fire. 75% is good. We'll get a fire going. We will cook up some water so that we've got some water to drink, because that is definitely something that is worth having with you. Some drinkable water. We've managed to salvage quite a bit of food, which is awesome, so we're pretty well set. Excellent. We've got the fire going, which is fantastico. We will now melt some snow. Should we melt 2 litres of snow? I don't know if that's... It's okay. Now we can fuel the fire. Fire log. And fuel. There we go. Now we need to boil it, because if we just drink it, we'll get dysentery. I discovered this last time. As amusing as it might be, I would probably die from it. So I'm just going to boil the water this time, because I have learned my lesson. That is a lesson I have learned. And we are going for survival this time. We don't want to die. We want to get to a position where we can basically go, right, there we go. Survival has been achieved. We're not cold at all. Hunger and thirst are starting to go up, so let's eat. We will have a little bit of our water. Just eat the energy bar. Oh, yeah, perfect. Look, I mean, we're still a little bit hungry and a little bit fatigued, but basically we're fine. I just walked over a corpse, a frozen corpse. It means nothing to me. It means nothing to me. I'm like this character. He's just like Mr. Survival. He's like the ultimate survival man. He cares not for the dire situation he's found himself in. He cares not that he may be the only surviving member of the human race left, because he's just so hardcore that you know, he is focused purely laser-like on survival, and the fate of, you know, a few frozen people is nothing to him. I mean, you're quite lucky actually that he doesn't start hacking bits off of them and frying them up to have for dinner. He's not quite that far gone yet, although really that should be an option in this game. In fact, maybe it even is. I don't know. I mean, it didn't seem to give me the option to harvest it like it would with a corpse, but I mean, with a deer carcass. But I don't know. You never know. It's the sort of thing that if they haven't put it in, they should maybe think about it. I suppose it could affect the content advisory for the game adversely. I don't know if regulators of sort of, you know, games and things will increase the age requirement of a game based on cannibalism. I don't know if it's ever even come up, to be fair. I mean, didn't Fallout 3 had cannibalism in it? I'm pretty sure it did have cannibalism in it, you know. Good. Right, is this a crossroads? We reached a crossroads? Or is this ooh, train tracks! Train tracks! That is good. If we follow the train tracks, then we're going to find some good stuff. I'm pretty sure the like the park office thing was on a train track. Am I right in thinking that? I'm pretty sure it is. So we're going to follow the train track. It kind of reminds me a little bit, and I don't know if anybody will have any idea what I'm talking about, but there was a TV show on ages and ages, years ago, when I was basically little more than a kid, and oh, look, it's the train wreck. There was some sort of experiment, and I think it was like a two-parter. There was some sort of experiment that this guy had done, and he wakes up basically after having tried to commit suicide, or possibly he was in a car crash or something. But basically, he died at the exact moment that this experiment triggered, and then he wakes up, and he's like the only person alive. He's like, it's just, the world is just empty. There's everything is still there, like all the buildings and like stuff, but there's just no people anywhere at all. Oh, a new pair of jeans. Nice. Some cardboard matches. Good stuff. And a flare. Good. And we'll search that. First he thinks he's just like the only person left alive in the world, and he starts to go a little bit mad after a while, and sort of, you know, just goes and gets loads of stuff, and eventually he meets this woman, and then they also meet another guy, like the three of them, and eventually they figure out it's got something to do with this experiment that the guy had been doing, with something to do with like creating wireless power or something, and they go off to his research lab, and what happened is anybody who had died at the instant that this experiment had been turned on had kind of not died, but everyone else had just disappeared. It sounds really weird, and it was really weird, but this game kind of reminds me of it. Oh, look, there we go, look. It's the forest hut thing, whatever it's called. Okay, I think we are probably getting towards the end of this first episode. We'll just head into the camp office. Should we make the... Okay, here is the first question. I'm going to start sort of like... Oh, it's Frozen Freddie, look. It's Frozen Freddie. We better search him, look. Alright, so this actually makes this quite a good question. Shall we make our home here in the camp office, or shall we not? Ordinarily, I think it would be fantastic, but with Frozen Freddie here, I don't know if we want to. I don't know if that's just going to be a little bit too freaky to live in a building with just a frozen corpse. And not to mention the fact that when we start like lighting the fire and heating things up,
we here?
You know, he's going to start to smell. In all honesty, I mean, he's going to start smelling pretty badly. Oh, we found some dog food. Smells bad, but eating it is better than starving. Probably. Cardboard matches. Nice. Does anybody remember the Red Dwarf episode where Lister and Rimmer crash in the Starbug on the snowy world, the snowy planet, and they're sort of surviving,
Hope
and
nobody needs this anymore.
They've got some dog food left and a pot noodle, And Lister says, well, you know what's going to be last, don't you? Can't stand pot noodle. Yep, there you go. That's a little bit of red dwarf for you. As if this wasn't eclectic enough. More herbal tea. Oh, we've got tons of herbal tea. Should we have a cuppa? Should we have a cuppa and we'll close the episode out at that point? We'll just start lighting another fire. Can we? We've got 86% chance. Well, that's going to work, isn't it? It's bound to work. 86% chance. Come on, fire. Up you come. And lit. And our fire starting skill has increased to 52. Good stuff. We don't actually have any wood to put on it though, which is a bit of a shame. We're gonna make some tea though. Herbal tea. Cook. We have lost the fire in the process, but it doesn't matter. Oh, look, there's embers. There's embers still going. There is some wood here. Look. Let's grab some reclaimed wood.
Use this.
Some reclaimed wood in. There we go. Boom. Straight back up. We're not cold at all. We're getting a little bit. That frozen Freddie is probably becoming a little bit less frozen, so we probably shouldn't run this fire too much. We're going to have our cup of tea, and we are going to sign off. So the question of the day is: are we going to make the camp office our home, and frozen Freddie our smelly friend, or are we going to move on and find somewhere slightly less creepy to make our home? Fantastic. Right, I have been Weird Wizard. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope you're enjoying this new series of The Long Dark and the new format, the new way of presenting it. Let me know. All comments of all sorts are welcome, and we'll see how it develops. Fantastic. All right, well, I have been Weird Wizard. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody, and I will see you later.